wagst du den Sprung in den Glauben. Du hoffst auf Erlösung und lässt mich unseren Schwur unwiderruflich besiegeln. Du wirst es ändern wollen. Du wirst es ändern wollen. Du wirst es ändern wollen. Doch das wird nicht sein. Du wirst es ändern wollen. Du wirst es ändern wollen. Du wirst es ändern wollen. Doch das wird nicht sein.
Hey guys, what's up? Hello.
Alright.
Howdy.
We've got Squilliam.
Hello.
Hola. What in the heck is going on here? All right. So are we all here?
Here.
Okay. Welcome everybody to Going Gaming's Dungeon of the Mad Mage, brought to you on Roll20 and Discord. We are a gaming group from Troutdale, Oregon. Usually we play in the shop. We have had to move our games online to Roll20 and Discord due to the current pandemic. And the store has had to close its doors and cancel all of its D&D games and the Magic the Gathering tournaments and whatnot. They are still open for food deliveries, and that you can order beer and wine and cider, and they will actually deliver games to your door if you so wish. I believe I read that they have something like a 3-mile radius that they're doing deliveries in. So if you're in a 3-mile radius from Troutdale, Oregon, give them a call. You can scroll down on your Twitch stream and you will be able to see a link directly to their online ordering for Going Gaming. So they have quite the menu there for you to choose from. I also have some exciting news to let everybody know about. We have partnered with Talon and Claw, and right now, and through the end of this crisis, whenever that may be, the deal is that if you go to Talon and Claw's Etsy store, you can use the code GOINGAMING in all caps to get a 10% discount on your purchase. And they make beautiful wooden Dungeon Master screens and dice vaults, and they've got leather dice trays and all sorts of goodies. They do absolutely marvelous work. I recommend checking them out. And when you use that code, not only do you get a 10% discount, but Talon and Claw will go ahead and kick 10% of the purchase back to Going Gaming. We're all in this together, and we're all trying to help each other out as a community. Having said that, we also have a GoFundMe available to help Going Gaming survive this whole situation. Again, if you scroll down in your Twitch stream, you'll see a link to help save Going Gaming. We're taking donations. Even the smallest donation helps. I realize that everybody is under a financial crunch, and there's many people that are unemployed right now. But if you could give even $5, that goes towards helping the store stay solvent during this crisis. And our last friend down there is the Gilded Archive. And the Gilded Archive, she makes hand-tooled leather covers for the core rulebooks. And they are hand-stitched, hand-stamped, and hand-painted. She also has a beautiful line of leather bracelets that have stamps in them for the polyhedral dice that we all know and love. And one of the more famous and popular ones that she has right now is the rainbow, where all of the dice are a different color. So you might want to check her out as well. Where we left off last week, our group had gone into this cave where they are currently at. There was a carrion crawler that was chomping down on a dead dwarf, and they got into a fight with some awakened zirkwood fungus. And evidently this awakened zirkwood was left behind by a druid of some sort, and they found his hut, or his or her hut, in the back of this cavern, it was a druid's hut made out of bat guano. Kind of a shitty place to live, but whatever. They rummaged through what they could find, and they made their way past the awakened Zerkwoods, and now it is up to them where they choose to go next. In all of this ruckus, we have a new member, Bemril. And I suppose it would probably help if I set Bemril up with a character or profile, huh? Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on here.
Welcome, Bemril.
Thank you.
So what do you look like?
I look like I look mainly human, but I have like some lighter gray skin and some white hair, a bit drowish.
Nice. What kind of armor and weapons or sticks are you carrying?
I'm currently clothed in leather armor, and I have a quarterstaff.
So remind me, Bemril, what is your character class?
I am a warlock.
You are a warlock. Okay.
Now, see, here I was trying to role play this out, and
Well, I need to know what I'm dropping for a token for him. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Well, until I do a custom token, this can work for Bemril. Oh, this is so irritating. So there,
my name on it.
there it will in just a
Did I
minute.
do that by accident?
On where's your name?
My token says Flavius.
Oh, well, Flavia, I went ahead and assigned it to you, and
Oh.
but I'm trying to do Bemril's here.
Oh, I just didn't know why mine was the only one that seemed to have it.
Everybody should have it.
Yeah, everyone has their own.
Oh, you can
Well
only see
done.
your own.
Here we go.
well, Bemril, I'm Carl, but I'm playing Aaron, a rogue who's got a splash of cleric in him, and he would normally be. Warlocks are not terribly trustworthy in polite society, but I don't really have much to say, seeing as how we employ a bearded devil up on the surface, and my god is a mysterious one, and I don't really even know who the hell he is.
Good to know.
That can work for now, and then this, your token. All right. So you should be able to see Bemril on the map, and you should be able to click on him and move him if you wish. A lot of times I will grab the token and move when I need to. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it and a little behind. I got a new cat today, so we are trying to get her. We got a rescue cat. She's a little over 2 years old, and we're trying to get her acclimated to her new home, and she is scared to death. So she's currently hiding under the bed.
Yeah, the cowering under the bed phase. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, and what's funny about that is when we got home, my wife tells me, make sure that let's close our bedroom doors so that she doesn't run in there and immediately hide under the bed. Well, I was hot and sweaty, and I decided I was going to go in and change and put on shorts, and then walked out of the bedroom and left the door open, opened up the cage. The cat hid in multiple places, which I kept chasing her out of because I didn't want her to go up the chimney of the fireplace either. And immediately she ran right into the door that I left open and hid under the bed, exactly as foretold by
Yeah, like
my
3 years
sorceress
ago when
wife.
we first got our kitten, who was like 8 weeks old at the time. We had to like leave her in the bathroom and slowly have her come out to different rooms to get her used to it.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, and of course, we have a queen size bed, and of course, she can't like hide near the edge. It has to be right in the middle under the bed where my arms are not long enough to reach.
How else would she be safest?
I know, exactly. And so at this point, we're just going to let her sit, and she'll come out when she's hungry and thirsty, and probably after we go to bed, and that way she can wander around the apartment and discover her new digs. So, from here, you have the obvious path. Well, there's a couple of obvious paths. So, there directly out of this cavern is a path that is traveling to the south. You'll see my ping there. And then, of course, the passage that you came in, there was a path leading to the south as well. It is your choice, whichever direction you would like to go.
I vote for Cavern Path.
The direction that you came from, or the new one? All right, yeah.
I think the one directly below us because it's easiest.
Yeah, it's right there. I mean, they both go south, so, you know. All right. So, I will just go ahead and open up this cavern.
Have we given up on tracking?
No, you are still tracking or attempting to track the dwarf, or dwarves. You know that these guys are tracking up a previous level. There was a whole bunch of stuff going on, and there is a power struggle between a hobgoblin legion called the Legion of Azrok and the Drow. There is a outpost of House Avrindar up on the previous level, and this is, of course, in addition to the fact that this is currently level 4, the previous level being level 3, is also the home of Skullport, which is a pirate town that is basically run and operated at this point by the Xanathar Guild, which is a thieves guild of ill repute and high renown up in Waterdeep. And these guys have learned that the Xanathar, this is not common knowledge, the Xanathar is actually a beholder. And so these guys snuck into the Xanathar's lair, and they messed with the Xanathar's pet goldfish, Silgar. And at the bottom of Silgar's bowl was and Silgar's bowl is quite large, was a treasure chest, the type that you would see in a normal fish tank, and the lid opens and bubbles come out and the lid closes, and then it opens again. And inside that was a list that they had been tracking called the non-official cover list, knock list for the Harpers. And it had a list of names on it of Harper agents that were all undercover, tucked away in high-level, high-ranking positions. And so they retook that list from Xanathar. He evidently was using it for bad things, and 2 of the names on the list had been scratched out. They later learned that 2 Harper agents, both in noble houses, had been murdered. In addition to that, the Legion of Azrok is led by a hobgoblin war chief who is blind. Now, under normal conditions with a hobgoblin, being born blind would be a death sentence. But somehow Azrok made it. And in his youth was gifted a dagger with the magical property that gifted him blind sight. And he has wielded the dagger ever since and has risen to war chief and the Legion of Azrok really is the only thing stopping House Avrindar Drow on the previous level. Nobody, including Hallister Blackcloak, who runs this dungeon, even he doesn't want House Avrindar to take over. And so he hasn't really done anything about the hobgoblins. But these two dwarves from they're Duragar dwarves from Clan Iron Eye came and stole Azrok's dagger. And so Azrok's wife, Lurkana, hired these guys and said that if they went and were able to track this dwarf and find this dagger and bring it back to her, that she would give it to Azrok. And Azrok was wearing a signet ring of House Reznar. Up on the surface in the Yawning Portal Tavern, the entrance to Undermountain, is this guy's sister of House Reznar. And House Reznar was kicked out of Waterdeep because they were slaving. And this happened quite some time ago, probably a good 100 years ago. And House Reznar is now at a point where they have been kicked out of Waterdeep for long enough, and the nobles are hesitantly allowing them to come back in. And she doesn't want anything to screw this up. Meanwhile, her little brother went down to try to start a new slaving business in Skullport, and he attempted to get Azrok and his legion of hobgoblins to join on his side, and Azrok, being the forward-thinking, progressive hobgoblin that he is, immediately crushed the kid's head in and stole his ring. And so his sister up in Yawning Portal, she just wants the ring back. She understands perfectly why Azrok killed him, and she doesn't really care about that. I mean, yeah, it's her brother, but he was kind of a jerk, so she's okay with it. But she wants the ring back, and so these guys are trying to find these dwarves to get the knife back to give to Azrok to get the ring back to take back to Lady Reznar. It is complicated. So, Thrick, who has been doing our survival checks for tracking, Thrick, go ahead and make a survival check.
24.
Wow. Yeah, okay. So you do find dwarf tracks. These look like the boot print that would have been made by a Duergar, probably boots made out of concrete. These guys evidently somewhere, so this entire cavern, the floor of the cavern is a mix of, bits of fungus that have fallen off. There's a small forest here of Zerkwood, so it's a mix of bat guano and bits of mushroom that have fallen off, and it's, a good 3 inches thick before it hits stone. And you're able to determine that not only are there boot prints here, but there was actually there was a fight here at some point, and it looks like the Duergar were the winners of that fight, and that they had felled one of these awakened Zerkwoods, and they went south.
Can everybody hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yep.
Good.
So go ahead and go down to, well, here, I'll just do it. Who is taking point? Probably Flavius.
Telfar will go immediately behind and above him. I will activate my flying cloak.
Okay, and are you going to stealth?
Oh, yes.
And you get a strange blessing.
Yes, that's true. I need to give you your blessing. Who's going to be after Telfar? Okay.
And that was a 24 on my stealth check.
Okay. Probably want Thrick somewhere in there since he's following the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Between Mittens and Bemril are two casters. Who wants to be last? All right. Well, I guess Bemeral's going to be last. All right.
Bemerald gets a circle. All
Yeah.
the rest of us have octagons.
Yeah, it's because I have been rather busy, and it slipped my mind that I needed to create a profile and a token for Bemerald, and so he is getting just a typical token right out of the player's handbook.
Nice.
Let's see. Let's see here.
My stealth roll is 8.
Wow.
I'm not very sneaky.
No.
That's okay. I'm being noisy. Actually, I rolled better stealth than you, though. 13.
Sorry, prepping the map here. So you come into this room, and out of this room is another path directly to the north, which you can assume probably is the other path that you didn't take. Not a room in here. And this room slopes. The stench of rotting stench fills this 30-foot high cavern. The floor is slime coated and slopes toward an underground river. Lying in the slime are the putrid corpses of 3 Kuatoa and 4 troglodytes.
Gross.
To the
Like,
south.
there was a squabble here.
Well, they don't look like they got into a fight. Well, yeah. It's hard to tell what happened to these guys. I mean, they've been here a while. They're rotting, and they're just covered in slime and muck. The entire room would be considered difficult terrain. And there is a path that goes directly to the south that goes down to the shore of this underground river. And then there's another path that goes to the west that you see water lapping at its edge as well. And as you guys are noticing and looking at these corpses, you see a projection in front of you of an Aboleth just appear.
What's an Aboleth?
It's bad news.
So, yeah. So, an Aboleth, they are completely alien. What you know about Aboleths is the possibility that Aboleths existed before the gods. And they are masterminds, and they know lore going back, millennia, because they've been here since the creation of Toril. This Aboleth tells you
They're aquatic Cthulhu monsters that use psychic attacks.
Exactly. Yeah, they are very psychically gifted, and this one has presented a projection in front of you, and it tells you, it says, "My name is Iluun. I want you to leave my lair immediately." And then
sword.
Flavius, make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
That's not going to work. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I rolled just a 14.
Then you succeeded. Let's see. Telfar, what did you get on your stealth check?
That was a 24.
Okay. Yeah, it's not aware of your presence. Oops. That's not what I wanted.
My small bat-like presence up near the ceiling.
Yes. Narotay, make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
What? That's not a. I'm a wizard. I mean, not a wizard. A wisdom man.
And last but
Dun.
not
I'm a
least,
wise man.
Aaron, make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
All right. 22.
Okay, so you save.
Wise man or a wise guy?
Well,
Both.
in Aaron's case, maybe a wise guy. So, Narotay, you are magically charmed by the Aboleth until the Aboleth dies, or until it's on a different plane of existence than you are. So you are effectively enslaved. You are unable to take reactions. And right now, you are telepathically linked to the Aboleth. And the Aboleth tells you telepathically that it wants you to keep tabs on your fellow adventurers. And it's continuing to talk and tell that it's telling the party, this Aboleth is saying, oh, well, I am the great and illustrious Iluun. I have been around for millennia before your kind ever walked the planet. And while he's speaking, in your head, you're hearing, spy on all of your companions. And if there is a piece of information that you think that I should know, or that you are to immediately telepathically tell me about it, and at the end of the day, you are to come to my lair.
I don't trust it.
Actually, you do trust it completely. You are in love with it. You are enslaved by the Aboleth.
Hey, look, we have a request.
Do you need some dice to roll up a new character?
No.
He's not dead, but
Talking, I get kind of like frustrated with all the talking, and I, not being able to determine that that's actually an illusion, charge it and probably pass right through.
okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
Although I cannot attack it.
23.
Nah, Liam, you charmed, bro.
I know. I am switching to my real dice since this thing made me roll a 3.
So you're 22. You swing and hit it, and
Really?
like you thought, it goes right through it. And throughout the chamber, you can feel a rumbling, and you can hear the voice, "Such insolence!" And then the projection fades from view.
Hey guys, we should leave.
Yeah, something doesn't seem right about that.
Doesn't seem too difficult to deal with if we can just run through it.
Yeah, I just hit it once and it ran away.
I'm going to look a little bit more at this slime that's covering. As I recall from last week, it's like walls and ceiling. It's not just a floor thing.
Right.
I
So
want to like poke it with a sword. I'm kind of wondering if this isn't organic. What the heck this stuff is?
right, this slime. Let's see, and I have to look to make sure of this because my other group is facing an Aboleth as well. So I'm like, interesting.
They're pretty scary looking too.
Yeah, they look like bait, but really big.
Yep, they got real long. They got long tentacles and a blobby center body, and
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I bet if you put that on a lure, you could catch bass all day with it.
giant bass.
So this slime, interesting. So this slime, it is just a gray, like ectoplasmic ooze that's covering just about everything. It smells like a mix between rotting flesh and salty garbage. With just a hint of high tide.
Right.
Ew.
And it covers the walls and, as far as I can tell, ceiling as well.
Oh yeah, this stuff's running down the walls, the whole bit.
Is it? And it's flowing.
So
Or
this is
adhering.
not the first time that you've seen the slime in here. This slime has been nearly everywhere in this in this level of the dungeon since you first came in. It was even up when you first met Jibber Jabber, the Eaton. But down here, this is now it's starting to coat everything.
Okay.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Sure.
And the slime doesn't react to sword cutting or
No.
anything like. Okay.
Which is the reason why I had to kind of look it up. And the reason I had to look it up is because it's very strange. Aboleth slime in the other adventure, which came out before this one actually, deals psychic damage. If you are standing in it, it deals psychic damage. And it may have something to do with where that particular Aboleth is located at, or something along those lines. But this doesn't have that reaction to you. When you look, so Bemeril, when you look north, because you're so very close to that entrance, when you look north, you see a cavern, and in this cavern is a group of drow made raft, and you know that these rafts are drow made because they have spider motifs carved all over them. They are made out of zirkwood logs that have been lashed together with thick spider webs, and they are resting along the wall. There are 6 10-foot long poles and 3 rafts that are sitting there.
Ooh, my people.
Is that on the west or the south?
The north.
North. Room
North.
14.
Yeah.
I see.
Can I investigate them a little bit closer?
Sure. So you go up and you investigate them just a little bit closer. We can let you do that. Why, yes, by all means, please investigate. What is Bemeral's passive perception score?
That would be an 11.
Okay. Sweet. Term. Oh, really? All right.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Why is this? There we go. As you go to investigate these rafts, 2 dark mantles drop down, and both of them get to make a surprise attack on you. Because they rolled a soft 20 for their stealth. And
Nice.
you look like a tasty dark elfish morsel. The first attack is a 10, which I can only imagine misses.
Yeah, that misses.
And the second attack is a 21.
Ouch.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so first, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and the dark mantle is attached to you. So basically, you are wrapped up in this thing. So dark mantles look like flying squid with little spiky tails coming off of points off of their instead of tentacles, they have like a bat wing that is just in a upside down bowl, and you are wrapped up in that bowl. Let's see here. Attached to target, dark mantle can attack no other creature except the target, but has disadvantage on attack rolls. Dark mantle's speed also becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed, and it moves with the target. The creature can detach the dark mantle by making a successful DC 13 strength check as an action. On its turn, the dark mantle can detach itself from the target by using 5 feet of movement. Okay, so everybody roll initiative, and let me put you guys into the stock.
See, that is better. 17 for initiative.
That is better. We will start here. All right, and 2 of these guys. So Flavius got Flavius got a 15.
Yes.
Thrick, what'd you get?
20.
Telfar, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
Okay. Narotay, what did you get?
17.
Okay. Mittens.
14.
And Aaron.
25.
And Bemerald.
23.
Nice. I don't think Bemerald's going to be tied up with this thing for too long. All right, Aaron, what you see, you hear a ruckus to the north, and you kind of hear as Bemerald is wrapped up in this dark octopus squid-like shape with glowing yellow eyes. What would you like to do?
Right. Okay. So, Aaron will move to here, to the entrance to that area, the chamber where
Okay.
Benril went, and that's part of his move.
Okay.
His passive perception is sky high, plus the fact he's staring at Benril covered in this lurker. What is it called?
It's called a dark mantle.
Dark mantle. Basically a ceiling camouflaged critter that's like a big wet blanket that falls on you and covers you up.
Yep.
And digests you and all this other stuff. So, as I come to this point, I'll holler out, our Bemeral's been attacked by a creature that drops from the ceiling. Everybody beware. Look up. And I will... Let's see. So I see that he's covered.
Right.
And
you see that there's another... Yeah, you can see that there's another one.
That's this one right here?
Correct.
Okay, so this one is actually on Bemeril?
Correct.
Okay. So, interesting. Well, okay. I will grapple Bemeril, grab him.
Okay. So you're...
And
it's like a trickle down effect. So you grapple the dark mantle that then thus grapples Bemeril. Because essentially while wrapped up, the dark mantle itself can't move. So it's kind of like a reverse grapple. It grappled him, but it can't move. It's very
I just want
odd.
to pick him up and haul him, drag him out of that chamber.
Okay.
And we can, which I've still got another 10 feet of move.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. This is all difficult terrain.
True.
So I have exhausted my move to get to here and see this situation.
Well, there's so you could grapple Bemeril, and Bemeril obviously cannot see you.
Right.
So a couple of things there's a couple of things you can do. You could grapple Bemeril. Bemeril could make an opposed check at disadvantage to counter your grapple because he doesn't know what's going on. The other option would be that you could just go ahead and try to make an attack to cut the dark mantle off of Bemeril.
Well, since the dark mantle is covering him completely, I don't really want to wail on him with a sharp, pointy stick. So I'm going to call down.
It's very cartoonish because it's literally all the way down and it is wrapped around like his ankles. It's like all you can see are his boots at the bottom.
He's a moth. He's in a cocoon.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to call Sacred Flame down. It comes down. The fire comes down from on high.
Right.
Slams into the thing, and hope for the best that I don't injure Bemeril.
Okay. Go ahead and wow. So the dark mantle. Wow. This is the first time I've actually used the dark mantle and succeeded. So if the dark mantle's speed becomes 0, and it's not its turn, so it cannot move.
Well, it's supposed to make a dexterity saving throw.
Right, but
I don't know how
it's attached to Bemeril, and Bemeril doesn't know what's happening. So I'm going to rule that the dark mantle it's going to automatically fail its dexterity saving throw because it's got him wrapped up. It has to move with Bemeril. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
It's going to eat the full amount.
Okay, it looks like 11.
Wow, okay. So, Bemeril, you feel some heat, and through the skin of this bat wing type wrap around you, you can see a bright, fiery sunlight kind of come through the membrane, and you can feel that this dark mantle is twitching and burning, and you can smell burning flesh coming off of it. But that's all you can really see. Is there anything else that Aaron would like to do?
You know what? Actually, Aaron has that one layer. I can actually do bonus attacks, but that doesn't let me do what is safe. So, nope, I don't want to hit him or stick him with sharp objects.
Okay. All
Done.
right. Bemeril, you can make, if you so choose at this point, because it is your turn, you can make a DC 13 strength check to try and detach this dark mantle from you.
I'm currently seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, so I'd like to try and get out of the.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're being a warlock, you are aware that this thing probably just ate a cleric type spell. You are aware just that by what you saw, you're like, hey, that was radiant fire. So, yeah, you probably want to extricate yourself from this situation.
And there's no light at the end of the tunnel for you. You're a warlock.
Hey, my patron is a celestial being.
Yeah, there's nothing but light at the end of the tunnel for him.
Ah.
He's like the only truly good version of a warlock. All of the other ones are quite shady. You got a 1? No way.
Yes.
Wow. So, oh boy. Bemeril starts to struggle and fight inside this wrap and loses his footing and falls over on his side and hits the ground hard. I mean, not too hard. Takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Your shoulder's a little sore. So now Bemeril is prone. The good news about Bemeril being prone is that you're fighting 2 dark mantles. One is already attached. The other one's not going to attach to Bemeril because it's not a cannibal and it doesn't want to eat the other dark mantle.
Bemeril is very wise because when he's prone like this, we can grapple and do melee attack type things with advantage.
Right.
It's proper flanked now.
Right. That's very strange. Hold on, I'm trying to fix something with Roll20.
Don't forget, our movement is cut in half due to the terrain.
There we go. Okay.
Except for mine. Mine's still 60 flying.
That's true. Yeah, you don't have to worry about the difficult terrain. Thrick, what would you like to do?
Where is it? Can I like stand next to Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that. There's like 7 feet there. I mean, I'm just kind of eyeballing the.
Okay. And then, so is Bemeril still?
Yeah, Bemeril still wrapped up, struggling with it, but now Bemeril is prone and laying on the cavern floor in the slime.
I'm gonna have all 3 of my skeletons attack it.
Okay. Go ahead. So your skeletons have advantage on the roll because technically speaking, the dark mantle is now prone as well.
So 22 on the first hit.
Yeah, that hits.
23 on the second.
That hits.
And 16 on the third.
That hits.
All right.
This is gonna hurt.
Give me the damage for the first hit.
10.
Okay. And what are the skeletons using?
Maces.
Okay. Perfect. I love the visual that I'm getting on this.
They're just beating you up with mixed.
Go ahead,
He's
give me.
rolled up in a
And there's this guy in a bag, and they're just beating him.
Yes, exactly. So give me the damage on the second one.
5.
Okay. And the third
then
one?
6.
So the Dark Mantle is dead. However, in their zealousness to kill the Dark Mantle, the damage went through the Dark Mantle, and now Bemeril has taken 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh man.
You can stop helping now.
It's not helping.
It's totally helping.
The good news is Bemeril is no longer tied up from this thing. It is now just like a limp, wet blanket that is mangled.
And I'm going to cast Hold the Dead on the other Dark Mantle.
Okay. Got a 14.
Alright, that fails. He takes 6 damage.
All right.
So Bemeril, that's your initial start to this whole adventure. Is you're laying in Aboleth.
This is how we help our fellow party
And getting beat up by skeletons.
Getting beat up by skeletons
that are on your side. Here,
Oh
I'll
my
help you
God.
get out.
Oh,
So
sorry
ridiculous.
about that.
Welcome to the party. That was your hazing routine. You're a regular now. Narotay, what would you like to do?
I am going to move up. Okay, yeah. I am going to move this way.
Okay.
Right there. And I'm going to attack the one that's the last remaining one.
Go for it.
And that is a...
Sorry, we lost you. What'd you get?
17.
Okay, that hits.
Hey, okay. This probably it may kill it. Is 11. That's 25 damage.
Oof. Wow. So, Narotay comes up, and which weapon are you using, Narotay?
Bleeder, my axe.
Okay, so Narotay comes up with Bleeder and just casually swings this axe over his head like he's trying to chop wood in his backyard, and drops his axe right on top of this Dark Mantle and cleaves it in two. It's dead in one shot. So you have these 3 boats sitting here, and 6 of these 10-foot long poles used for guiding these boats. The party has seen these types of boats before. They stole a couple of them, but these are a little bit nicer than the rafts you had up on the Sargoth River. You also, in the boat, you find that one of the boats, you would take it to probably be the lead boat. The back seat, the last sitting plank in the raft actually has a hollow bottom in it, and it's actually like a little fishing chest, and inside is a little map. And you learn from this map that this river is called the oh my goodness. I hate it when I brain fart like that. You find that this is a tributary off of the Sargoth River called the River Deep. And the River Deep, you learn that when you look at this water, it's moving pretty quick. And you learn that the River Deep actually goes down through Undermountain and continues towards the Underdark. But where the river on level 6 goes towards the Underdark, there's a skull and crossbones. And there's a note there that says that these rafts are not going to get you to the Underdark. Basically, it is written in Elven that or in Undercommon that this is a warning. Don't try to go past here. You're not going to live if you go past here. It will destroy your boat and it will kill all of you. What would you? So, I'm sure Bemeril can heal himself, although you guys might want to help him out here. If I don't know how far he's down, but a little bit of help might go a long way towards solidifying him as being a party member.
Do you need any help?
I'll cast Healing Light on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your returning hit points.
Wait, don't. Oh, I was going to.
So I got 18 hit points back.
All right.
Well met, Bemeril. I see you are a practitioner of the healing arts. We could sure use someone with your skill set with us. Would you like to come? We are traveling down in Undermountain, adventurers chasing after profits and vanquishing threats to Waterdeep.
Hooray!
The future telling profits or monetary?
Monetary.
Both? The answer is yes.
Monetary.
Sure, as long as you promise not to hit me with more maces.
I can't promise that.
We only do that to our friends.
Yes, it's unfortunate that our skeleton leading comrade here is your introduction to our party. As far as I know, we don't dip too deeply into the dark arts.
That's good.
Telfar stays hidden from the one that looks like a drow.
Telfar can tell that he looks like a half drow, if I'm correct.
A half drow. I see.
Correct.
That's pretty cool.
Well, if you want to come with us, you are welcome. There's probably safety in numbers. And we've reached the end of this path.
Well, you have, like I said, there is the passage to the south, and there is the passage to the west that you haven't been down. You know that the passage to the south goes to the river. Flavius, make a perception check. Telfar, you can make the perception check as well.
He had gone down and was looking down that hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not where I like to get a natural 20, but I got a natural 20.
No, that's actually a good spot to get a natural 20.
Okay.
Telfar, what did you get?
14.
So you don't hear it.
Perception is 21.
Okay. You said another number, and my brain cannot do two things at once today.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. I was just at Walmart right before we started this, getting groceries, and before we went up there, I said to myself, I should probably look for a small desk-type lamp to put on the other table so that I can read my monster manual in the dark, and then completely brain farted while I was there. I'm way too sober to be at Walmart today. Okay, so Flavius, you see from the south 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming out of the river and climbing up the southern passage are troglodytes. And you count that on the bank coming up, there are 3 troglodytes, and there are more in the river following them, and they are all armed, and they are coming to the north.
We got some people coming.
Crap.
I
Well,
shout
you're
out.
trudge back to us. Get away from that. My comment is directed to the fact that you're in thick goo and can only move half your speed, and we're way far away.
Yeah, that's my total speed movement.
Okay.
I can do another move if I need to, but
The other thing that you notice with your 21 is that you got a really good look at these trogs, and they have I mean, it's hard to say with a troglodyte, but as far as you know, looking at the troglodyte, they have a blank stare. Like their eyes are looking way off into nothingness.
Oh
look
no,
kinda
it's
weird.
mind controlled by the Aboleth.
kind of like the zombies. Yeah, that's right, Narotay, just like that.
We need to pull back into 14 and fight them at that bottleneck.
This is starting to look. Wow, this is really starting to look like like the Lord of the Rings fight against the cave troll. So, yeah, do you guys want to move back into 14 to fight him, or?
Sounds like the smartest thing to do.
I'm gonna leave Telfar out in the cave in 15 to snipe at them, in case snipe at them and run away while they chase people into 14.
Yeah, with your stealth of 24, they are not going to see you.
So I will activate Shield of Faith and have melee weapons and be up front. Try to keep them from...
Thrick and Mittens, what are you doing? Are you staying in 15, or are you going to move, retreat into 14?
I am. I am going to. I was about to go here, but then I realized there's nothing from these guys keeping them from just coming to the back of me. So yeah, I'll just protection.
Okay. What about you, Thrick?
Awareness. He dropped something on his computer and it
exploded.
crashed. Basically.
Dow. All right. Well, let's give a minute before we get this whole shindig underway, because this is going to be a ton of fun. I will be right back.
Well, it looks like we got them coming from both directions, so we need to set up a defense on both sides, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot him, and then I'm gonna shoot him some more.
Yeah, I have good perception, but as far as the narrative goes, I've only been warned about the ones from the south.
Right. So we went to the cat shelter today, and originally we were going there to look at another cat, and we were told that she was quote unquote shy, and she needed to be brought out, and she was a project cat. No, this cat was feral, completely wild. I was like, I mean, she was terrified and feral, and I felt bad for her, but I'm like, I've had feral cats in the past, and it is a lot of work. And she was really pretty and she was cute, but I just don't like bleeding that much. So, but so then we were looking at the other cat, the one that we brought home, and while we were in there, the second that I walked into the room, this other cat that was on the floor starts walking around the room, keeping about a 10-foot distance from me, but just like circling me over and over and doing it, but not just circling, but like doing a little dance. And so I got down on my knees and I held out my hand, and she came right over to me and she was rolling on the floor and letting me pet her and purr. And the woman who runs the shelter comes in and she's like, "Oh, well, we've never seen her do that before." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "That cat's completely feral." Evidently you're doing something wrong, because let me tell you what feral is. The cat that we just met that clawed me, that's feral. This one's a sweetie. She's like, "Well, she hasn't had her shot. She hasn't been vetted. So, I mean, we'll give her to you for free, no charge, if you want to take her." She's about 9.5 years old. I'm like, and I felt guilty, but I said no. She really liked me. So
when an animal does that to you, you feel like an animal god.
I know, right? Yeah. I'm like, wow, this cat really wants to come home with me. So,
apologize. I used character outside of information because I kind of looked at the map, but it actually started because I was going to have Flavius come up and check out that tunnel. So we
right.
So I'm just going to have him sit there.
So, yeah, Flavius, go ahead and make another perception check with advantage. And there's a reason. I'll tell you the reason why the advantage is here in just a moment.
18.
Yeah. So, the nice thing about troglodytes is that their smell announces their arrival before they actually come into view. And so you can smell troglodyte coming down the northern passage. So you know that they're coming at you from both directions. Telfar, I am going to allow you to make a surprise attack before we roll for initiative. Well, no. Everybody roll for initiative, and let's... man, this is going to be crazy. You know what I'm going to
18.
do?
Okay.
What I am going to do is I am going to put one troglodyte up on the initiative, because they're all going to go on the same initiative anyways. And because that way this isn't like 4 pages long. So the troglodytes got a 13. Thrick, what'd you get?
16.
Okay. And Telfar.
Looks like Telfar's got the mic off, muted.
Oh, sorry about that. I got a 24 total.
Okay. Let's see here. Narotay, what'd you get? Narotay walks away.
18 is typed up.
Okay, perfect. Mittens.
22.
And Aaron.
15.
And Flavius, did you already put yours in?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and Bemrel.
11.
All right.
It's not Bemrel's day.
Oh, I'm not going to pick on him again.
I was just noticing that everybody's initiative is higher than the Trogs,
except for Flavius and Bemrel, right? I mean, so before initiative starts, Telfar gets a free attack. to start this whole shindig off.
Hooray!
Or maybe this is a hootenanny. I'm not sure.
Well, I want to try to peg the first one I see right in the face
Go for it.
for a 29 to hit.
Jesus, yeah. Yes. This troglodyte now has a crossbow bolt in its forehead.
Oh yeah, totally got him. Real good. So that's 18. 33 damage.
Yeah, so yeah, you snipe the trog right in the forehead and drop it dead.
And then I will roll to re-stealth
Okay.
for 25.
Okay. I'm going to put your stealth in the blue box. So, Telfar, I'm looking at your character, and in the red box I see the number 30. Did you put that there?
That was my old stealth check from last session, I think.
Okay.
Outdated, expired.
Okay, yeah, I've been using like the blue box so that I can just click on the icon and go, oh, yeah, you have that much. I mean, I just put it in so that I can visually know when I click on your icon. Those are your boxes to do whatever you want with. You know, I get that. I usually use them for like armor class and hit points, but the blue box seems really good for notes.
Cool.
Telfar, it is your turn.
Excellent. More sniping.
Oh, Telfar.
What?
Did I tell you about the Skulker feat?
You did.
Yeah.
You said that attacking doesn't break stealth.
If you miss, you don't break stealth.
If you miss, you don't break stealth.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. Because you already took crossbow expert, didn't you, or crossbow master?
No, I took the lucky feat.
Well, that's a hard call because lucky's really good too. Anyways,
I do need my blessing for the day.
Oh, right.
So
Sorry.
I will make my snipe attack.
Go for it.
For 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
The next guy in line. For 25 damage.
Yeah, so you kill that one. Your blessing for the day is going to be the blessing of health. Your constitution score is increased by 2 to a maximum of 22. That goes all the way back to level 1. So if that changes your modifier, which it should with 2, that goes
8 more hit
points. That would be at least 8 more hit points.
It brings me into the positive numbers for Constitution modifier.
Yes, our halfling rogue has a negative to their con, which is why she likes her crossbow so much. So then, are you going to use your bonus action to stealth again?
Yes, absolutely. For 25 again.
All right.
No chain.
All right. Mittens, you see Telfar swoop out of the darkness, flying with her cloak, and she kills 2 troglodytes as they come up the passage. What would you like to do?
Back here, I'm not sure I see anything.
Yeah, it is kind of dark, isn't it?
These are walls, after all.
It's true.
The stench is apparent.
Yeah, the stench is starting. The strange thing is, you know that there was a fight going on in the other cavern, and you realize that. Let's see, it's a good 50 feet away from you, and yet you can smell troglodyte getting closer. Like, it smells like it's, almost right next to you. Brings a tear to the eye and stings the nostrils.
Smells bad.
Here.
Oh, jeez.
Is the
There was
floor in
one
here
more-
also hazardous terrain?
Yes, it is difficult terrain due to slime.
And if anyone wants to get cute, remember that we have access to 4 rafts and a bunch of 10-foot poles.
The other thing that they are looking for, hold on just a moment. The other thing, Bemrel, that they're looking for down here, when they first came down to level 4, the first person they met was actually very friendly Eaton. One head named Gibber, the other head named Jabber, and Jibber Jabber introduced them to a enigmatic, mysterious figure that only goes by the name of the Alchemist. And the Alchemist, somebody took a fist-sized green gem from the Alchemist's little cave there where he was doing his experiments, and he told the party that he absolutely has to have that green gem back or else he cannot complete his alchemical experiments, and that he would reward them wealthily in potions should they bring this fist-sized green gem back to him. And so that's something else that they are keeping their eyes open for. All right, sorry, that was just an aside, a little sidebar there that I'd forgotten about. So, Mittens, what you want to do?
I'm just gonna stay here and create a bonfire right here.
All right. Well, they're not in the bonfire, so they don't have to make a dex save just yet.
Yep.
So there is a bonfire right here.
Right here?
Let's see here.
Can you ping where the bonfire is?
It is. He said that he was going to do it up to the north. Yeah, there you go. That's a good spot for a bonfire. All right. That's good size, too. So, excuse me if this sounds stupid. When you make those, when you draw your shapes, have you found a way to have it measure while you draw?
No, I just count squares.
Man, that would be so great if you could measure while you draw. I'm going to submit that.
That's why I like to just keep my things off to the side.
Right.
Every drawing.
Yeah, just have a series off to the side. Okay, so you cast Create Bonfire. Narotay, what would you like to do?
I am going to move through this cavern.
So you're going into 15? Okay.
Don't forget difficult terrain.
Right. So you only get to move half your move speed. But he has the boots of speed, is that correct?
So I can move 30 feet.
Right. Okay. And then, what would you like to do? I mean, you've got line of sight. I would say that you could see this this trog right here if you want to do something like Guiding Bolt.
I can move here. Okay, I am going to do that.
Okay.
And that is 18. 24. $32 damage.
If they're all about the same toughness, then that's a dead trog.
Yeah, that's a very dead trog. So this cavern lights up with this radiant light from his guiding bolt, and this trog just is obliterated, just turns to ash.
We all have advantage on smiting that ash.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can definitely smite the ash. Thrick, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna use my turn to dash over here. Since it's like rough terrain, right? We get half movement.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna use my turn to dash.
Okay. Okay. So you dashed. Aaron, what would you like to do?
Well, let's see. Our party doesn't have a whole lot of discipline.
You got to have the discipline. South Park,
This
anybody?
didn't hold up very well at all.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go out there and be heroes and let's see. From where I am, I haven't actually seen anybody get smoked.
Big damn heroes, ain't we just?
Yeah. I will ready an attack if anything comes through, because from where I am, I couldn't see. I have no knowledge of how easy these foes are.
Right.
So I have got one suicidal guy that's rushed out, and I'm hoping he's okay, but I don't see why we should all die. So I'm going to stay there.
Okay.
And what are these? What are these round symbols and stuff on the map of 14? Are those?
They're just stalactites and stalagmites hanging from the ceiling. Or single cell macro sized organisms that are.
Sure. Yes. Right.
They're
Can he hold
coronavirus.
his action?
So-
I'm not sure how that works in 5th edition.
The what now?
You can ready an action.
So So in 5th edition, and this is a weird thing about 5e versus literally every previous edition and literally every other role-playing game on the planet that I'm aware of, you cannot hold an action. You can't say, I'm just going to hold an action and you can skip past me in the initiative. That you can't do that. But you can say, well, I'm going to ready an action. And if they, walk past this point, or if they open the door, or if they try to attack this person, then I'm going to attack. You can do that. So it essentially is the same thing, but you have to be very specific about what you're doing.
So in my case, I'm readying an attack if anything comes through that southern passage.
Gotcha. All right. So the Trogs, we will start in the south. Whoop-de-doo. So I didn't know this about troglodytes, and I'm the DM. They have chameleon skin. And so they get advantage on their stealth checks, but they only have a +2 to stealth. So, I mean, if you guys were like level 1, these guys would be devastating. But okay, so
8. So less difficult.
Well, I've read that having advantage is roughly equivalent to a +5 on the roll.
well, it's essentially It's essentially like a 30% increase to your die roll.
It's also much more beneficial if you have low stats in that area.
Right. Which, like I said, it's it's a third increase to what you're looking at. Ugh. So even though these are troglodytes, they are not bereft of the slime factor.
If these are its minions, this is a juvenile Aboleth.
Oh, you'd be surprised. So we'll start with these trogs to the south. This trog. Wow, he doesn't get to do anything. So these guys, all the southern trogs get to do nothing. These trogs go wee, all the way home.
They give up? They surrender?
There's always a bigger fish.
Yes.
And we are the bigger fish.
What are the trogs going to do about the...
intelligence.
It could be smart and just go around.
So someone who knows about Roll20, when I click on my character sheet for initiative, it rolls it, but it pops up a message that said, you wanted to send the result of this roll to the...
Token.
They've got the same name, and I can select my... Let's see, how do I tell? There's my character sheet.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we heard that.
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, weird. That like totally died on me. All right. So Mittens, what does the damage? Go ahead and roll your damage on your bonfire.
$11.
Wow. Okay.
I got a 2 and a 3.
No, that's good.
These trogs are...
Fire bad. Ouch.
Yeah.
And he's going to take 11. Fire bad. Ouch. And these two trogs are going to stay on the other side of the fire because they can smell their brethren. So, Thrick, you learn that burning trog actually smells better than their normal body odor.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
So,
In this case, it's probably a good thing.
Thrick, make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Smells like burnt chicken.
Let's see. 22.
Oh, yeah. So you succeed. You are not poisoned by their stench. Okay. Flavius, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, Flavius is waiting here. He sees them appear and says, "All right, playtime!" And he rages and heads over to this one. and
Okay.
I can make that even with the difficult terrain. And is going to smash that one with his hammer.
So
Or
before you
sword.
make your attack, you need to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. Dun dun dun. Because they stinky.
I rolled a 13.
All right, so you're not poisoned. Go ahead and make your attack.
23 to hit.
Yeah, you definitely smacked this one. This is not going to take a whole lot. I mean, if you blow this guy a kiss, he'll die.
15, 25 damage.
Oof. Yeah, you cleave him in two. Which gives you another attack. Great weapon
and
master.
I got a natural 20.
Nice.
And it's dead.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way. I mean, it has 2 hit points left, so you bring down your two-handed weapon and just slice it in two. Gore goes all over the place. Yeah, I don't know that you want to eat Trog.
Didn't they go through fire?
Yeah, well, yeah, they are cooked, so I still wouldn't eat Trog. Ugh. What is there anything else you would like to do?
Yeah, I got 5 feet of movement still, or 10 feet of movement still, so I'm going to move back here. And I say, this looks like a good place to defend.
All right.
I'll probably not stick with that next round anyway.
Okay. Bemril, what would you like to do?
I'm thinking of possibly moving south to that little corridor.
Okay.
I can move there. Can I see this troglodyte here from where I'm standing?
I would definitely think so. Let's see here. So, as a half-drow, you have dark vision, do you not?
I do.
Yeah, you can see him.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and use Eldritch Blast on that troglodyte.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack.
So first one is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is a 24 to.
Yeah, you got him. I think this troglodyte's going to eat a whole lot of dirt.
$24 damage total.
Oh, yeah. You nail this guy dead center in the chest, knock him off his feet into the cavern wall, and he lands on the ground smoldering. You know, and I just had this image in my head when I asked you about the dark vision. I don't know what would be more terrifying, really. I mean, if you were actually in this cavern, would it be more terrifying not having dark vision and fighting in complete darkness, or seeing only everything kind of like night vision goggles, but everything is in shades of gray, and seeing these things come out of shadows and whatnot? I don't know, but it just sounds horrible, like totally not wanting to be there.
Yeah.
Is there anything else Bemril would like to do?
That is everything I can do.
All right. Telfar, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna snipe at things.
All right.
My usual thing. The next closest southern troglodyte for 28 to hit.
So you're attacking this guy right here?
Yeah, I suppose I could move over here.
All right.
And yeah, 28 to hit.
Yeah, you hit him.
And for 22 damage.
Oof. Yeah, and you snipe him right through the neck and drop him to the ground.
And
Rehide?
yep, stealth roll for 20.
All right. Okay. Ninja. Mittens, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna chill here.
You're just gonna stay right there. You're like, yeah, whatever. All right.
Everyone else, this thing's covered. Sounds like.
Y'all got this, right? Y'all got this.
Okay.
Mhm.
Narotay, what would you like to do?
I am while my computer loads. I am going to move in front of this entrance here.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at the far end of the tunnel.
Okay. Well, with your dark vision, boy, I would think that you could see the movement of the first trog coming down the hall. I mean, if you eyeball that edge of that rock, you've got line of sight.
Yep. So that is...
What'd you get?
18.
Yep, you hit him.
That's fine. 20 damage.
Oof. Yeah, that's a dead trog.
I'm shooting fireworks out of my fingers.
Sparklers.
Deadly sparklers.
Actually, I have something for that. Here you go. Thrick, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna. I guess I'll have my skeletons ready their actions to like shoot and hit it.
If they
Anything
go
that
through,
comes.
if they come through the bonfire.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll can we ready spells? I forgot.
Yeah.
I'll just ready Toll the Dead
Okay.
for when they walk across.
All right. You can do that. Aaron, what would you like to do?
Well, life was pretty good. Nice tension building up here as I anticipated troglodytes coming in to attack us through this narrow opening. But instead, I got my little black chicken covered in Aboleth slime, jumped on me, and I wailed on him with my sword because I was startled. And he's sitting on my head, dripping slime on me. I'm disgusted, so I'm just going to stay there and wait.
Okay. Do you want to ready an action or just wait?
I don't think there's a whole lot here that logically, I mean, there's something going on up to the north, but they seem to be holding on pretty well. Let's see, Bemril. I'll ask Bemril what he sees.
A lot of dead troglodytes.
Well, that's certainly comforting. So I'll stay here where I can be back up to. Actually, I'll move a little bit. I don't want that. I want this. I'll move back towards the middle here,
Okay.
so I can see better and back up the northern approach
Okay.
if necessary. I don't think anything's going to be necessary.
Okay. So the troglodytes from the south. So there are enough dead bodies in this passage that they are going to use the dead bodies for traction. They. So this guy, oops, is able to get that far. But he doesn't know that Telfar's there, and Telfar's flying anyways. He'll give you your flying icon.
Sneaky flying bat person.
Yes. And this Trog is going to be able to get to there.
Battling.
Yes. This Trog can get to there.
It's no wonder that the south they're getting wailed on because they're backing into the room.
Right. To the north, I'm going to make a wisdom save. And they fail. So, these Trogs are going to go through the bonfire. Mittens, roll bonfire damage.
11.
Another 11. Alright. But, using their two dead comrades as traction, they will make an attack on Flavius and an attack on Thrick.
On their way over, I'll have my archer shoot at him.
That's right. So go ahead and make your attack with your skeletons.
That's an 21 for that one to hit.
Yep.
I do still have my follower. I forgot about that.
And that's 4 damage.
Okay, so this guy's dead. Next attack.
18 to hit.
That's a hit.
And soft 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
And that's 19 damage.
So all those Trogs are dead.
Are you gonna? You had a held Toll the Dead. Are you gonna just flame one of the dead ones?
Not worth it. So that worked out.
Stupid snap to grid. All right.
We are in the center room. There's a big Trog problem over where I am.
Flavius.
And I'm not.
So, Flavius, you have a pile of stinking Trog in front of you that is dead, but you don't see any more troglodytes up north from beyond the bonfire. What would you like to do?
See beyond the bonfire, right?
Yeah, you don't see anything on the other side.
Okay. Well, he's not one to wait around, so he's going to go ahead and charge, and he'll charge through the fire.
Okay.
which will put me into my second round of movement.
Okay.
Do I take damage from the fire?
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Unless Mittens wants to put an end to the bonfire. So,
Nah, not yet.
okay, so go ahead and make a dexterity saving
Right,
throw.
no, anyway. 18.
Mittens, what's your spell save DC?
17.
All right. So go ahead and roll damage, and Flavius, you'll take half damage.
Wait. Oh, if he saves, he takes nothing.
Oh, he takes nothing? Okay. So, yeah, you hop through the bonfire, and you're fine.
I was kind of hoping to take some damage because I thought that might keep my rage going, but
Ah,
I'll get out to about here. And do I see anything at this point?
no.
All right, that's as far as I can make it if it's still difficult terrain.
Okay. Yeah, where you're standing now, the difficult terrain seems to stop, and you start to be able to get your footing under the fungus and guano flooring.
And I lose my rage. Well, I will at the end of the turn, I guess.
Okay, so do you want to renew it?
Not right now.
Okay. Bemerald, what would you like to do?
I'll keep moving south another 15 feet.
Okay.
And so I can see more of them now. So I'm going to shoot at this one, since I'm assuming my ally has the one standing next to them.
Oh, more than definitely. I would imagine Telfar is going to put an end to that trog.
So I'll send forth 2 bolts at that one.
Go for it.
First bolt is 11,
That's a hit.
and second one is 15.
That's a hit. I think this troglodyte's about to have a bad day. I mean, it's not like the rest of the day's been good, but
20 damage.
oof. Yep. That puts an end to his brisky morning mention. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's all I got.
All right. Telfar, what would you like to do? You got a trog like right below you.
Oh yeah, premium target. That is a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Uh, 23 damage on it.
Oof. Yeah. So your crossbow bolt comes down from the ceiling and just goes through the top of its head and wires its jaw shut as the point comes out the bottom of its mouth.
Nice.
That probably did not feel good.
No. Probably needs an Excedrin. Are you going to re-stealth?
You know, I can't think of anything better to do, and I can only imagine that Telfar's really getting a kick out of this.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much you're one-shotting everything that you snipe at.
Yeah, it's super fun. I think he's just having
I imagine you
great
probably
old
have a little
time, and,
scope on your hand crossbow like Scarlet from G.I. Joe.
you know, if it ain't broke. So that's a 27 to hide.
Jeez. Yeah, you're hidden. All right. Mittens, what would you like to do?
Get rid of that bonfire.
Okay.
Here's my.
I'm going to
feline
cast
ability.
Grease.
I'll go over
It's the
here.
party spell.
And let's see, what's the thing I do for that? And do a fire. Like. Bonfire.
Okay. All right. You cast another bonfire. Is there anything else you want to do?
That's all.
All right. Narotay, there's now a bonfire in front of you.
Okay. I cannot walk through it.
You could jump through it and make a dexterity saving throw. I mean, so far, historically, he's done 11 points of fire damage with his bonfire. So, I mean, you could probably
I would
eat 11
survive.
points. Yeah.
Yes, just
I may have gotten you and the warlock mixed up.
Okay, so I can jump through it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay, go ahead and make your dex save. Are you going to have your minion jump through it with you?
My minion is not going to follow me through.
Okay.
That is 16.
Nope.
You fail.
Go ahead and roll your bonfire damage.
18.
So you rolled 18 points of damage? Ouch. Of course, the second I say, historically he's only done 11 points, but... So, Narotay, you take 18 points of fire damage going through the bonfire. Evidently, this is more like a Burning Man rather than a beach fire.
That does not feel good. And I'm going to keep moving as much as I can.
Yeah, you can get into... I would say that you can get into melee combat with this guy right here.
I'm going to do that. What? Okay.
Before you get into melee, you have to make a DC 12 DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? You don't have to, because
I had a soft 20 anyway.
you are immune to poison.
I have resistance against poison.
Oh,
an advantage
okay.
on poison saving throws.
So
I rolled a soft.
You rolled a soft 20. Yeah, you don't need to roll again. So, yeah, you're not poisoned. Go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. Oh, what's a 19?
Yep. You hit.
Plus 2. That's 21. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Almost double his AC.
That is 6. No, that's 9. Plus 22 damage.
Oof.
With my axe.
Yeah. You bring your axe down and just cleave this guy in half, and the axe buries into its abdomen, and bile spills out all across the floor. You are showered in blood, and the troglodyte behind him is actually quite intimidated by this, and if it were able to make an attack on you, it would be at disadvantage because it is scared to death of you. You got this screaming dwarven cleric that is that just disemboweled its buddy from forehead to abdomen. Is there anything else that you wanted to do?
My follower is going to make an attack.
Okay. What in the heck?
That is 18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. 12 damage. Witch bolt.
Oddly enough, it is not dead, but the witch bolt. The witch bolt hits this trog, and lightning goes all over him like he's Vader from Return of the Jedi. And there is smoke coming off of him, and you can see where the lightning from this witch bolt has actually pitted the flesh on this troglodyte.
And that's my turn.
Aaron, what would you like to do? Aaron? Sorry, I'm having mic problems. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
The cat went behind my computer and got scared and then ran out of my tangle of wires, so I'm not sure if there's maybe a loose connection back there or something. I'm gonna have to go through and reseat everything.
ugh.
Right? Yeah, because I'm such a master of cable management. It is just a spider's web of cables and crap back there. So,
Well, Aaron will call out to Thrick and say, "Have you got it? Are you holding the North Passage?"
Think we got it. You can go help the others.
Well, I don't know what's happening, but we've got people that have gone down here and disappeared. So I'll move there. That's since I can only go half speed. And
I would say that if you, I don't know how many video games you've played, but if you've played like Battlefield or anything like that, you can lean around a corner. I would say that you would have line of sight on this guy down the hall if you wanted to make a range shot.
And what is in the square? Is that another fire?
That's another bonfire.
Okay. I think we're still pretty good. So yeah, sure. I will leisurely switch over to my bow and arrow.
All right.
And I think that. Do you play where you have to take a turn to do that? Which is fine by me.
No, you.
Okay.
So according to the rule, and some of these rules are really dumb. So you can doff a weapon or a shield as a free action and grab another weapon or shield, or grab like your bow, for example. But to equip a shield, for instance, takes an action. And I'm like, really? It's a shield. Just pick it up off the ground. I mean, what the... I don't really play by those rules. If you want to drop your sword and pull out your bow, you are Elven. I would think that you are more than capable of doing that.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, can you imagine all of the action rules that Legolas broke? It would be absurd. And half of his shots were at disadvantage. I mean, come on,
So, alrighty, and nobody's engaged. None of these are engaged with anybody.
Nope.
Right at this point. So, okay, and that's a broken bowstring.
Go. Did you actually roll a 1? You did. Yes.
The reds.
You go to make your attack, and your bowstring snaps.
So I'm done.
Sad.
Shame.
It got Aboleth snot on it from the black chicken, and it through the string.
Yes, exactly. This guy is going to attack Narotay at disadvantage. Oh, you're so lucky. Because he got a nat 20 on the first roll. But on his second roll, he got an 18 for his claw attack.
18 misses.
Okay. I got another nat 20. But with a disadvantage, it's a 17, so that's a miss. And his bite attack, he got a whole whopping 8. So this guy does nothing because he's terrified of you. This guy is going to attack. He's not terrified of you. He misses with a 7. Misses with an 18, and his bite attack, he misses with another 7. However, you need to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw at advantage.
That's better. 13.
Yeah, you are not poisoned. Stupid dwarves. All right. These guys. This trio of idiots.
Don't say that too loud, because the Aboleth is the one driving the boat.
Yeah, I know. And I'm the Aboleth, so hey.
It's insolence.
Right? Yeah. All right. So that is what the Trogs are going to do. Flavius, what would you like to do?
Well, Flavius, I ran through here, try and get back. He doesn't want to go through the fire, which he doesn't notice is gone, and I already measured it out. He can get to about here. Unless,
Cool.
of course, any of this becomes difficult terrain.
Right. And actually, the difficult terrain really starts right about there. So, yeah, you don't have to... From about here on, it is difficult terrain and the slimy goop.
Okay, that's his turn.
All right. Bemerel, what would you like to do?
So that's a lot of people. I'm gonna.
But they're like Lay's potato chips. You can't kill just one.
I know. So I'm gonna try and kill these two
Go for it.
with Eldritch Blast. So I got a 17 and a 22.
Yep, both hit. What's the damage on the first one?
10.
All right. So he's not dead, but he kind of wishes he was. What about the second one?
11.
Wow. Yeah, these guys are not feeling well. They could use one of Elon Musk's respirators, or ventilators, rather. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think I'm gonna move back.
I have this image of Bemerel like acting like Iron Man, just holding out his hands and blasting these two guys in the face with repulsor blasts from his palms.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
All right. We'll give Telfar just a moment. While we're waiting for Telfar, I will be right back shortly. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. Telfar, what would you like to do?
More sniping.
You got 3 that have moved past you on the ground.
I think. Hold on, my kids are being so noisy.
Okay.
And Liam's got his voice chat up so loud.
I am sure those chitlins are tired of being cooped up.
Okay. Better. I need to teach him to mute his microphone when he walks away. Right. That guy, the westernmost one.
This guy here?
Yes.
All right.
For 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got him. Now, by the way, remember, you are stealthed. They don't know you're there, which means you have surprise, which means you have advantage. So if you want to roll again and see if you get that nat 20, you could.
All right. I always forget that's a thing because I haven't been doing it that way for like 8 months.
That's usually, it never really, honestly, it never comes up because you never miss.
Well, I have a plus 10.
Right.
So like 50-50, like my roll is going to be.
I mean,
20 or higher.
unless you're attacking something like a freaking green dragon, you're not going to miss.
Yeah. Well, what do you know? I did not roll a nat. So we'll go with the regular sneak attack. 5d6. 4.
And I mean, this guy's going to die a lot anyways because he, Bemrel already drilled him in the face with a Eldritch Blast. So, and he wasn't smart enough to die then. So,
I'll finish him off for 29 damage.
oh yeah, he had 3 hit points. So, you your arrow goes through like the soft spot in his throat and actually embeds itself in the rock. So this guy's just pegged to the ground.
Yeah, I was confused. I wasn't aware that one had been damaged already.
Are you going to re-hide?
Yeah, probably so. That's what I like to do. For 26.
The halfling rogue that does not need a cloak of invisibility. You can't see me anyways.
There near the rafters.
Well, and the funny thing about stealth and invisibility is that really, as far as the mechanics go, works the same. The plus side with the stealth is that if you have the right feats, you're not seen when you make an attack. Whereas with invisibility, if you make an attack, your invisibility is done.
Right.
There's something to think about. Mittens, what would you like to do? So you can see through your bonfire that there are 2 troglodytes that are harassing Narotay.
But I can also see to the side, to the right next to
directly
me.
right in front of you. This guy here is about to get into some rather serious melee range with you.
Which is why I am going to shock and grasp him.
Okay.
He doesn't happen to be wearing any metal armor, is he?
No, he has nothing but natural armor. They are naked as the day they were born. Hatched? Whatever.
26?
Yes. You reach out and touch someone.
I give him a good touch.
You sure it's not a bad touch?
Depends if he's into it or not.
Here, come here. I need to take your temperature with shocking grasp.
5.
Only 5? Well, that's okay because he only had 2. I'm just surprised that you only got 5. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do? I mean, theoretically, you could move, and if you have like a dagger, you could stab, this last guy, like right here.
Yeah. I don't look
Hmm.
I mean, realistically, I mean, if we look at, so I'm having rolled dice my entire life, and my dad having been a gambler, I'm really big into probability and statistics. And statistically, if you go up into melee range, even if you only have a dagger, this guy, it doesn't matter what he does. The likelihood of him attacking you and hitting and actually doing damage is really low. On the flip side, I also realize that I can make a statistic say anything I want, but
Yeah.
the probability is in your favor.
Please do it. I think I would die laughing if that troglodyte killed you.
Yes, a trog killing a level 8 character. Or, yeah, you guys are level 8, right? Right, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Okay. I mean, honestly, troglodytes are only worth a quarter CR. And the only way to get them worth anything is to throw them at you in mass like this. Which I screwed up because I then split their forces. My bad.
But then, if they're also in mass,
I thought
they're
it
all
looked.
dead.
I thought it looked right. I thought it looked more interesting personally, but
It does. They lasted longer this way.
it looked more tactically brilliant than it turned out to be.
And 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Yay. A whole 6.
Well, that's almost 50% of his hit points. So you stabbed him and he's bleeding profusely, but he's not dead. Not dead yet.
Come at me, you foul thing.
Also, you need to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Let's just roll that for a 26.
Yeah, no, you're not poisoned. Narotay, what would you like to do?
Worse.
Which of the
This one here is grievously injured. The other one has not been touched at all.
Okay, I am going to attack the one that has been injured.
Okay.
And that's a soft 20, so I know that hits.
Yep.
And so...
Good plan of attack. A dead enemy doesn't fight back.
Yeah. Well, also if I kill him, I get an extra attack, so... Damage.
How much?
21.
So you do so he had 1 hit point. So you you splatter this guy's guts all over the cavern and splash his buddy with his own guts. Make your extra attack.
That is 18 to hit.
Yes.
Another 21 damage.
Oh, all right. So you kill both of these guys.
Yay.
So
is that all of them?
Yes. You oh no, there's one more. There is one more.
One more.
Thrick, what would you like to do?
I am going to let's see.
So many red X's that I lost one of my own guys.
I'm just gonna go dash over there.
Okay.
And
Hang out.
I can't really see anything. Yeah, just hang out.
All right. Aaron, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to use the game mechanics of Sacred Flame on the one that's left, but actually what I'm doing is, in disgust at that stupid black chicken that ruined my bow, I'm going to reach up, snatch its legs, and chunk it at that troglodyte that's over there.
Okay. So the Trog gets a dex save.
DC 14 dex.
Ooh, he gets a 19.
Oh, good. All right.
So that's half damage?
I think it's...
Or no damage?
Let me see what it says. Give me the text, you stupid
Let
game.
me see. So I have shared.
It should be no damage.
It might be no damage.
I think it's a cantrip, so it's typically none.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Sacred Flame. Target must succeed on dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. Yeah, he takes nothing.
Good deal. I missed with the chicken.
That's like the one success of the troglodytes. He's like, ha, I am not dead. What else? Anything else you'd like to do?
I'll let somebody... after my stellar performance, I'll let someone else do the coup de grace.
So the troglodyte is, because he's in melee with mittens, he is going to try to make 2 claw attacks and a bite attack on mittens. And miss with a 6. Miss with a 6. Come on. Oh my god, and miss with an 8. I did not roll. I rolled 2 2s and a 4. This dice is going to get replaced. Flavius, what would you like to do? So, Flavius, to let you know, this passage is no longer considered difficult terrain because there are a number of troglodyte bodies that you can step on to gain purchase with your boots.
Okay. So then I will go ahead and run right through, give him a high five on the way past.
Okay, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw to jump through the bonfire.
Oh, yeah, bonfire. I forgot about the bonfire there. Yeah, I will go through also. I can actually make it to about here.
Okay.
So I need a saving throw on that one?
Yeah, go ahead and make a dex save.
17.
I think that makes it, doesn't it, Mittens? Okay.
17.
Yeah. So, yeah, you don't take any damage.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Then I see that everything's about wiped up.
Yes.
One more, but I can't do anything. My turn's over.
Okay. Bemril. There's one guy left.
Eldritch Blast.
All right. Okay.
Classic warlock.
And for cleanup, we've got Bemril coming up to the plate.
Hey, you know what? Bemril deserves some cleanup after the whole Dark Mantle affair.
So, without any additives, I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Oh, yeah. He's going to eat both of those.
$18 damage.
So, if you have seen, if you have actually seen The Mandalorian, this is what happens to the troglodyte when Bemril hits him with his Eldritch Blast. It's like using the sniper rifle on the Jawas. He just goes poof, and there's like nothing left but like hide armor. And it just crumples to the ground, and there's like nothing but ash. Ash and smoke is all that's left of this guy. So you guys finished off the troglodytes, and Narotay, in your head, you hear, "Such insolence!" And Narotay, make a wisdom saving throw. Hold on here, and I will tell you what.
I'm the cleric that's not super wise.
Right.
that's better. 21, I think. Yeah, that's 21.
Yeah, so 21. You only need a DC 14, so you resist this. You get this, and he rolls a 1 on his damage, so you take nothing. This psychic wave of torment and torture racks your brain, and you have like a slight headache for a second, and you get a little bit of a nosebleed. But the Aboleth is pissed off that you did not do something to thwart the adventurers, and that you actively helped them to destroy his minions.
I didn't realize they were his minions.
He says, I spent years trying to cultivate the troglodytes. I used the troglodytes to push out the Kuatoa and to take control of this domain.
I had no idea these were your servants, my lord.
My lord.
And Narotay gets you get a inspiration point for good role play.
Yay!
Aboleth tells you, he says, you are to bring your companions to my lair immediately, so that I may meet them in person. And you know that to get to the Aboleth's lair, you need to go down this passage to the southwest.
I need to convince my party members that we need to go that way.
Be quick about it.
I'm convinced.
I just go to meet up with the rest of my party.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go
everyone-
beat up an Aboleth.
Wow.
Okay, everyone come with me, please. We're
Somebody
going
wants to
someplace,
go
but
somewhere.
I'm going to be discreet about it.
Okay,
Oh,
so Narotay is like. So are you just actively telling them, hey, we got to go over here? I mean, how are you telling your party to do this? I'm gonna move you over here. Let
Can I
me.
possibly make a persuasion check?
Well,
Just say,
I don't know that. I don't
"Come on,
know
you-"
if you need one. Like, what are you saying to the party? And let's see if the party is gonna listen to you.
I have sensed a great power
Disturbance.
coming from the other passage. I think we need to go that way.
Oh yeah, I'm all over it.
So yeah, go ahead and make a
The frog people didn't come down.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, and then anybody who is questioning Narotay's clerical insight, you can make an insight check.
That is 19.
Wow, that's
Oh,
pretty
no,
good.
Telfar
So your
is
insight
totally
has,
fascinated.
yeah, your insight check has to beat a 19 on his persuasion. That's actually, he's pretty persuasive.
Is it evil?
You're asking him if what he's detecting is evil?
Yes.
I do not know.
Well, you know that we will respond in the positive if you say it's evil. So, telling the truth is just going to get you what you want.
That's true.
Okay, can I speak telepathically and ask if it's okay if I can call him evil to get my party members over to his lair?
Yeah, and Iluun replies back and he says, you can do what you must.
Okay, yes, there is a great evil coming from the other passage.
It must be vanquished.
I didn't care about my... Oh, go ahead.
So anybody who wants to make an insight check, since I would say that anybody who wants to make an insight check versus his persuasion of 19, you now have to make it at disadvantage.
Oh, hush, Chris. We're all on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's
You
willing to
sound
go
I
to
got
we
a
all
20,
wanna go.
so
Okay.
we want to
Anyway.
vanquish the evil.
I was going to say, even if I made it on the insight check, I'd say, this is the way to get to the Aboleth.
So who got the insight check?
Me.
So Telfar got it. Anybody
Yeah,
else?
that was Mittens.
Oh, Mittens. Mittens got it. Anybody else?
I don't think anyone cares.
Yeah,
Well, the reason why it matters is that if you got the insight check, then you have the opportunity to do something like stealth or cast invisibility or whatever you want to do ahead of time. Or mage armor, for instance. Whatever
I
you
heard
want to do ahead of
evil on
time.
it.
You can do that because you're like, we'll go this way, but I'm going to be a little careful about it.
Yeah, we're going to be careful because he told us it was a great evil.
Well, there's that too, yes.
It doesn't...
And
yeah,
the fact that we're professional dungeon crawlers now down here in a dungeon. I think
So, Mittens, on your... You got, what, a 20?
Yeah.
So, you're 20. So, not only do you feel like you probably want to prep, but you're looking at Narotay and you're like, Narotay's not acting like he normally does. And you notice that when he looks at people, it's like he's looking through them. He's not seeing people.
Can I try and dispel magic?
That's really... I don't think Dispel Magic will do it.
Have,
I mean, so to give you an idea of how powerful an Aboleth is, Dispel Magic, I don't think will work. I would rule that if you wanted to bring up to the rest of the party, I would rule that something like a Greater Restoration... a Greater Restoration would work because this is almost bordering on curse level, but it's not a curse. So remove curse wouldn't be enough, but a Greater Restoration might work. A wish spell would work. Because literally, this enslaves the target until the Aboleth is dead or on another plane of existence. So, yeah, it's pretty absolute.
Hey guys, I don't think everything is right with him.
Now, when you say that, do you want to say that out loud in front of Narotay, or do you want to bring that up, kind of privately? And Flavius just runs off, hey, well, okay, if we're going this way, then...
He's just checking it out.
I'm just whispering to my good pal.
To Thrick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's something weird with him.
What do you mean? He's always been weird.
The cleric. Well,
Yeah,
mean he's
but
a cleric.
More
So.
than normal.
Alright, maybe so. But what are you suggesting?
I got no clue, man. Do some of your magic-y stuff.
Like what?
I don't know. Can you heal without healing?
What?
You
mean like curing diseases and stuff?
Yeah, and like curses and stuff.
I could probably.
It's like he's even less normal than usual.
Wait, so is this thing a curse then?
It's not a curse. I mean, it has a lot of things and it has a lot of aspects in common with a curse, but it is fairly absolute. It's an ability of the Aboleth called Enslaved that it can do 3 times per day. It has tried to do 3. It has only succeeded once. So for the day, it's done.
Well,
So,
it owns him for the rest of eternity or until it's dead.
whichever
Right.
comes first.
So
Whichever
his character
comes
is
first.
gone
Or
until we kill it.
Or if somebody were to succeed with like something like a banishment spell, where it pops it to another plane for a little bit, that would break the enslavement.
Oh, that's gonna be. Well, isn't it from another plane?
Different plane.
So it'd be there forever.
I mean, not really. I mean, Aboleths were on Toril before the gods came. So, I mean, you could argue that really because it's an aberration, its home plane would be the far realm, but the reality is that it's been here since before, all of the gods, including Io.
Would Dimension Door work if we shoved it in it?
Shove it in a portal.
Shove it in Dimension Door. No, because Dimension Door would still lead to another location on the Prime Material Plane.
You just shove it halfway in Dimension Door and then shut it.
Yes. It'd be like that scene.
That'll make 2.
The ultimate guillotine.
Yeah, it'd be like that scene in Event Horizon. Yeah, so I mean, literally, like a banishment spell. If you were to succeed with a banishment spell, and it would pop out for a certain length of time to another plane of existence and come back. If it's on another plane of existence for any length of time, it breaks the enslavement.
So we could shove it in a pot bag of holding.
What if we were to kill
It's a big bag of holding.
Narotay?
Kill him and res him.
Rid of it.
If you were to kill and res him, I would say that killing him and resurrecting him would work.
Already been killed and resurrected once.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
Will, he found the heart.
Right.
I had to use like 2 spells to actually get it out of him.
Right.
I have a tiefling heart.
Yeah, and not only did he find the heart, but he opened the box. What's in the box? And he took the heart, and then,
It's just this time we're going to have to replace the brain.
Yeah.
Long story short, he's got a tiefling heart.
He is very, very slightly fireproof.
Does that
Just
mean
a
if his
tinge.
character has children, are they tieflings?
That could be something we could explore in the future. That would be mighty interesting. Half tiefling, half dwarf. I mean, they're a tiefling, but they're really short and broad. And have a penchant towards alcoholism.
So,
I didn't really explore that. I wonder if you're like half orc and half elf.
Well, we had I ran an entire adventure where they ran into half orcs, and there was this orc tribe that had invaded basically a failing dwarven realm, and the dwarves were failing because they have such a low birth rate, and so the orcs doing what orcs do, they bolstered that, and so there was a whole bunch of half orcs. But they were half orc and half dwarf, so we just called them dorks. And so they had like the short, fat legs running around, but they were half orcs. And one of them was emo, and he had an elven rock that played elven music, and so he would and his dad was a full dwarf, and so he'd sit there and listen to this rock singing this elven music, and be like, "Dad, leave me alone! I'm listening to my music."
oh my god!
Yeah. Totally emo. Yeah. Probably had bangs,
Yeah.
Long black hair.
I'm gonna tell Mitten that I'll keep an eye on him, but I need more proof to actually waste a spell on him.
Don't waste a spell slot.
Alright.
Okay.
This was trying to copy what some of the others do when they're stealthing, and so he rolled a 13 on his stealth
Okay.
to get there.
All right. So I will put 13 in your little blue box.
And then I'm gonna move up, but I'll keep an eye on Narotay.
Okay.
See if he's acting suspicious.
I'm gonna try stealthing.
Well, if he's leading us to water, I'm not going to bother stealthing. I'm instead going to walk back and go pick up one of those rafts. It's hard to stealth when you're carrying a 8-foot raft with you.
That's true. So there are 3 rafts. Do you guys want to... So one raft will hold 3 medium-sized creatures.
Well, if we're going to the water, which is what it looks like,
I will say that one raft will hold 4 medium-sized creatures because we have a party of 7, so we would need 2 rafts. You don't have to take all 3.
Let's take all 3.
My skeletons need somewhere to ride.
Yep. Okay.
Take all 3.
All right.
Plus, there's more targets.
Oh yeah, and then there's Narotay's companion as well. So
Right. So, Mittens, what did you get on your stealth
The
check?
skeletons.
What did you get on your stealth check?
28.
Jesus. The
Well, how do you
sorcerer.
20
stealth?
plus 8.
The sorcerer that doesn't need to cast invisibility.
I don't have invisibility.
you don't really need to.
What is
cast
this
either.
invisibility you keep talking about?
They can't see me if they're dead.
So, and we'll put you at the back. So, Telfar, where do you want to be? Do you want to fly through here and reconnoiter this cavern?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, and I'm going to move you out here. I'm going to tell you a number of things here. So, first of all, there's a lot to take in here. Make a perception check, Telfar.
16. We'll add a little guidance from my Chwinga for 20.
So you got a soft 20?
Correct.
Okay. So, flying overhead, you can see that this entire area is a dark, very dark lake. You can see signs of the slime floating on the surface, kind of like algae in a puddle. And you see that there is an island here. And I will unlock him. You see that on the island is a chul. Rising out of the water is a rocky island upon which there is a Kuatoa shrine that looks like a petrified Audiug. In the middle of the island, wearing a crude net as a cloak, is a petrified Audiug that the Kuatoa adopted as a god. You having the conversation with Jibber Jabber, you know that this is probably the Kuatoa god Bulbaslop. You can see that at the feet of the shrine to Bulbaslop, the treasure has been piled around its three stumpy legs. There is a chul guarding this island.
What does it look like?
So chul are like shrimp people. Is probably the best explanation that I can give for a chul. Let me see.
Shrimp people.
Yeah, they've got like pinchers. They look like this.
Cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
So break out the garlic and the butter. With your soft 20, you can see swimming in the lake. You can see that there are a couple of other chul swimming around in the lake. So that's what you can see of this entire lake. You see 3 chul, 2 in the water, 1 on the island.
Right on. Well, I will fly back and warn my companions about what's that.
Okay, so you fly back and you tell... Whoop.
I tell my friends that I see 3 large shrimp monsters.
Okay, so Narotay, how do you react when she tells the party about the Chul?
I do not know. Can I ask telepathically, are these also your minions?
He says, yes, they are my guardians.
Okay, so I'm gonna say we shouldn't attack them. They seem to be peaceful.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay. This is very good. I rolled a nat 20.
Wow. So, what is your persuasion? With the nat 20, what's the total roll on your persuasion?
22.
Okay. So, everybody make an insight check versus 22. Mittens, you get to make it. Well, Mittens and Thrick, you both get to make it with advantage.
I rolled a 4.
Bemril got a rock.
16.
I put my lobster bib away.
24.
Ooh.
23.
So
Wait, no. 25.
So Thrick and Mittens, you do not believe Narotay when he says, wait, these are peaceful. Moo, 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 moo.
I walk up next to him, and I'm like, are you sure you want to be lying to us right now?
What's up with this? Come on.
He's our friend.
After that, I touch him and cast Greater Restoration.
Okay. So, Narotay, make a Constitution make a Wisdom saving throw. Versus Thrick, what's your spell save DC?
16.
Okay.
Make it at disadvantage because it's a magical effect against my spell.
Ah, yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
You failed. I rolled 22 and then 19.
Yeah. Narotay's totally on the up and up. Besides, we hadn't even seen these things. It's probably just some little sea creature. Shrimp? I mean, how big's a shrimp?
I can make it pretty big, so.
Okay, big.
Yay, we're gonna meet the shrimp.
Wasn't a giant shrimp.
Crab
Just a shrimp.
people.
Shrimp.
So you get to the edge of this lake here, and I mean, so Telfar, you are still flying. Is everybody piling into boats?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or is that just a rock wall?
Where? What?
This area here?
Yeah, that's a rock wall. This
Okay.
little tributary here leads out to the river itself.
We can't go that way. We have to continue to the left. I mean the right. This way.
Okay.
I don't believe him.
I don't believe you.
So, which direction are you guys going?
Left.
We're going to go this way, of course.
We're going to the left. Why would you believe anything he says?
Well,
Because
he's more
there's-
trustworthy than you.
Yeah, who says?
Well, everybody. I mean, let's vote. You got you two against all the rest of the party that think you're full of it.
I have my skeletons here.
Yeah, another reason not to trust you.
So,
Listen, it's 7 of us against 5 of you.
So
Keep
when
the
you
waters there.
when you examine where this little tributary dumps out into the river deep, this tributary is a fast moving river. It is moving downhill, and right here it's navigable, but it's going to get quick. It's going to start moving you quickly in a fast manner. So it won't take very long that you get in this boat, and if you go down river, you're going to be cruising. It's
Yeah,
going to be a whitewater rafting trip real quick.
You and your evil skeletons are trying to kill us by dumping us in this dangerous part of the river when Narotay is trying to keep us safe up here in the nice calm waters where we can meet the nice shrimp people that aren't very big.
Or
Yeah,
fine, if you want.
Topar says everything, they should go to the right because that's where he just scouted and that's where he saw him, and like he can confirm that's the way to go.
If you want to go with these so-called friendly shrimp people, and I say all that in quotes, air quotes.
Lizard
then
folk
just go
air
ahead.
quotes.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna look at the lizard folk like, you learned how to do air quotes? Nah.
Let's see.
Listen, after all this time spent with people,
Yeah.
They sound friendly, but
So-
I still kind of want to kill them because they sound like they'd be good to eat.
So I'll go and talk to Thrick and whisper and say, look, I tend to believe you because Narotay's now making claims about something he doesn't even know. He hadn't even seen them. He's saying, oh, they're peaceful, but he's not even seen them. And that
Well,
is way wrong. Nobody
for-
knows that.
for a cleric, he's not keen on killing these unholy abominations.
Well, and you and your skeletons aren't that great either, but I hang with bearded devils, so what do I gotta say?
Hey, these were made by a cleric. They're holy.
They will not.
Yeah, I stick my rapier through the empty rib cage and go, yep, there's some holes right there.
I see some holes in your plan.
But something's wrong up there, so let's go and flame it down.
They're
Alright,
not gonna attack us.
let's
And
do
I'm
it.
gonna ask, what's his name?
Iluun.
You don't even know this person's.
Iluun? Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna ask him if they are going to attack us.
He responds, your friends can either join me or die.
Oh,
He's very
okay.
open-minded.
Which is perfectly reasonable because he owns your brain.
In your
Yeah.
head, you
Perfectly
have an
reasonable.
image of like when Iluun talks to you, you have an image of like Moradin banging on his anvil, telling you to bring your friends to him. Bring your friends to the light. They can either join me or die.
This is all good.
First of all, I do not worship Muradin.
I'm sorry, who do you worship?
Elm.
So he
Elm.
appears and looks like Elm.
Okay.
But guys, we're about to go on rafts out into the water. All you guys that are wearing heavy armor, are you going to be able to handle it if the boats tip over?
Or are you going to
Yeah,
sink like
probably.
dwarves?
I'm pretty good at swimming.
I was imagining a dwarf swimming in the water being like, a bulldog that jumps into the lake. It sinks like a rock.
Fly anyway. How
Doesn't
deep
help
is
that
the
I'm in heavy armor.
tributaries?
We have a
How's that
10-foot
greater
pole.
restoration? Can you do it again?
Yeah,
Okay,
these
I'll use one of
tributaries,
the 10-foot
I mean,
poles,
the-
stick
the
it in water,
calmer-
see how deep it is.
These tributaries are calmer water. And when you test the water with your 10-foot pole, it starts out, it starts out from the shore around 10 feet, but it quickly gets deep enough that your pole goes under the surface.
Okay. Yeah, we have to use the boats.
Telfar, you can fly. Can you attract them and draw them to us so that they can demonstrate their peacefulness?
Oh, can do, Captain.
Flavius, make a perception check. If you have proficiency in vehicles water, I will allow you to make the perception check with advantage.
You have to have like the one of the ship-borne backgrounds to get that.
Sailor, probably.
The sailor is one of them, yeah.
There's not that many. Like pirate.
Did you ask me?
Well, you know, when we get on the ships, I'm gonna ride with Narotay to catch him if he falls off.
Grab him by the belt.
Well, Telfar's going to go and wave at him and have the peaceful shrimp people come over and talk to us rather than us get on boats with metal armor that might tip over and drown us, even if they're friendly.
Flavius, what'd you get on your perception check?
8.
8. So,
Good job.
with an 8, you're going to estimate that the water is at least 20 feet deep. And
Pretty deep.
It drops off quickly. It drops off to 20 feet, like almost immediately after you set sail from the shore. There's definitely an underwater cliff here. And it is your estimation that the closer to this lake up here to the north that you get, the deeper it gets.
Yeah, it looks pretty deep. We probably want to use those boats. I don't know if I want to get in a fight with one of those things in the boat, though. But I guess they're friendly,
Yeah.
so it should be okay.
Well, when the shrimp people come to and show us they're friendly, then perhaps they can make sure that our boats don't tip over or rescue us when if they do.
Just call out to them.
All right, so Telfar, you are flying out into the cavern. Are you going to break your stealth and be like, "Hey, shrimp people"? I mean, what are you doing to try and draw their ire? Crab people.
I'd like to. I'm torn because
I mean, you could you could just like sniper one of them. That's the way we do it in World of Warcraft. We don't talk to anybody.
Just a friendly hello.
We just do a poll.
In D&D world, when a neighbor moves in next door, you say welcome with an arrow through the window.
Yes. A fireball on the doorstep. It's like a flaming bag of poo, but
welcome to the neighborhood. Thwack.
Telfar did not roll very well against Narotay's persuasion that they were good guys. So, being the naturally not fearful halfling and being, a good alignment and not evil, I don't think he would say hello with a crossbow bolt.
No.
True.
If he thought they were friendly.
So are you coming out in the open then?
It'll probably just be like, I pop up next to him and break stealth or something like, oh, hello, how's it going? I don't know, like 20 feet away from above or something, I don't know.
So do you want to fly out to the island in the middle and say hello, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, there's this one right here, right? Unless he's not.
So we're
swimming around in the water, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, yeah, they're totally in the water. You can you can go wherever you want. Place your token where you want, and you've broken stealth.
I'm having trouble moving it, but I want to go to the island. If you
okay, so like right there.
Yes.
Okay, so Telfar, you come out and you fly out into the cavern, and you're flying overhead, and you're like, hello. Greetings!
Yeah.
It comes up and gives you a friendly greeting. It's John.
Yes, exactly like.
Narotay has told us that you guys are waiting for us.
I'm going to tell my master, please don't attack her.
They're just gonna have us for dinner.
Okay, so Narotay, you tell Iluun to please not attack Telfar. These guys swim towards the shore of this island, and not for more or less have Telfar surrounded.
I had no plans on landing. I still want to maintain my distance in the air.
You should have some perception or something as to the attitudes and capabilities of these things. If they're abominations or whatever, that even if someone says that they're friendly, you're not going to believe that.
Swimming
It's not the same, but they are chaotic evil.
from underwater to the west, 2 more Chul pop up and are heading towards the island as well. What are you guys loading into boats and coming and swimming or paddling your way up, or are you just waiting?
Yeah, we wanted to get the friendly people to make sure we weren't going to tip over and lose anybody.
Yep.
Okay, so the Chul now have the island surrounded, and they're not saying anything. The 2 of them are just off the shore. You see 2 more with their heads bobbing up in the middle of the lake, and the one on the island is just staring at you, going click, 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 click.
How friendly do they appear to Telfar?
Telfar, make a perception check.
I re-roll ones.
Thank God.
And I'm gonna use a luck point to re-roll again. Because I think I can do better than 4.
Are you sure?
Fucking 5!
You did better.
We
do better.
The dice are going to kill us, people.
With a 5, the
That
best that you can determine is that these guys are incapable of speech as you know it.
Well, my total was 13.
So your total of 13, you know that they're incapable of speech, but that they clearly understand a language. But but when you look at them, when you talk to them, their tentacle fade looks like it's like whatever. We don't.
I don't know.
So
Okay, calm off.
Do they look sentient in the way that Telfar knows things to be sentient?
With your 13, wow, that's a really deep question. With your 13, I would say that your perception is that no, they do not appear to be sentient, as you know things to be sentient.
Right.
You realize that there is some kind of intelligence behind them, but you don't know that you're fuzzy on. They are not human. They are clearly not of a humanoid species. They are completely alien. You've never seen a Chul before, so you're a little bit frightened of them.
Well, I think Telfar is probably going to spend, up to a minute or 2 staring back and making faces at them, and maybe flying one way and then flying the other way and see if they, watch him and track his movement with their eyes.
They track everything you do.
Cool. And if I start to back away towards where I came from, do they all seem like they want to follow?
So when you back away, if you come back to here, the Chul come to here.
Oh, good. They're coming to visit, just like...
And stop.
Oh.
Go to there and... Well, can I pull a ninja poof and try to disappear?
You can, because you're a halfling.
For 28.
Our chat screen is saying, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Run, Telfar. So you got a 28 on your stealth check. Okay, you are effectively stealthed. They have a passive perception of 14. They do not see you. Where are you going back to talk to the group?
Yes.
Okay. And what are you telling them?
I'm going to tell them that they seem neither friendly nor hostile, but they definitely seem weird and look a lot like dinner and not people.
A little butter,
Dinner,
a little
not
garlic.
people.
Whatever they are, they certainly don't speak common.
Fish are food, not friends.
So Telfar kind of scratches his head and gives a little shrug, like, I don't know, they don't seem friendly or anything at all. They kind of got that same weird stare that all of the troglodytes had, frankly.
Sounds. Flavia says, how many were there?
About 5-ish.
So
Telfar holds up a tiny little hand.
we are going to break here for the week.
Okay.
So, and before we log
I'm
off,
sorry, I'm possessed.
so you guys, before we, sorry, I'm possessed. Before we log off, I want you guys to stick around for a few minutes afterwards because I have a couple of things to discuss with the group. But thank you everybody for watching our live stream. If you scroll down, you will see that there is a link to Help Save Going Gaming. We are a group from Troutdale, Oregon that usually plays in a gaming shop called Going Gaming, and right now, because of the pandemic, they are closed down. They've had to shut down all of their Dungeons & Dragons games, all of their Magic the Gathering tournaments. And the store is able to deliver food. They have the Grub and Grog. They deliver sandwiches. They have a 3-mile radius, I believe. They deliver beer and wine and cider as well, and growlers. That's their new thing. They'll do growlers. But the bulk of their money comes from doing services like the D&D games and the Magic tournaments. And so we're trying to help them by doing the GoFundMe. We realize that everybody is hurting right now and that unemployment is at a massive spike. So any little amount, just a pittance, anything that you can give, we appreciate. Also, we have created we have started a partnership with Talon and Claw. And Talon and Claw does these beautiful wooden Dungeon Master screens. Hey, if you have a Dungeon Master you love, you might be able to gift one of these to him. Or her. They also make beautiful wooden dice vaults, leather dice trays. And right now, and through the end of the apocalypse, we have a code. If you shop on their Etsy store, if you put in the code GOINGAMING in all caps, you can get a 10% discount on your purchase. In addition to that 10% discount, Talon and Claw then kicks back 10% of the purchase price to the store. So that helps them in a huge way, and that helps everybody. It helps you because you get a 10% discount. It helps Talon and Claw because they get more customers, and it helps Going Gaming because they get a kickback. So please scroll down and click on the Talon and Claw link tile down there and shop away. They have some beautiful stuff. They also have a new line of wooden and spectre ply dice that just look amazing. I really like the Raven dice. So check those out. We also have a friend down there called the Gilded Archive, and the Gilded Archive, she does handmade leather covers for the core rulebooks. They are hand tooled, hand stitched, and hand stamped. She does custom work. If you tell her that you want it to say something, she'll put it on the cover. They're just amazing. You'll want to check her out. So thank you for watching our live stream, and we will see you again next week, I hope. We play Friday nights at 6:30. We hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.